Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are going over part 2 of photos with disturbing backstories. Now, today I gotta give a warning because very dark. Very, very dark. So, I'm just gonna say, warning, murder is involved, and yeah. And it does go into detail. It does not explicitly about the murder, but it does involve the backstory of one of these girls. I think it's 2 girls and 1 guy, so yeah. Anyway, don't subscribe just yet. I will earn your subscription by the end of this video, and don't leave a like just yet. Watch the video all the way through, and then if you actually like the video, make sure to leave a like. It lets me know that you gave me that watch time and you left a like. It really helps me out a lot. We're trying to hit 70 by August. Jolie Callan. So sorry if I said that wrong. I'm probably going to say a lot of these names wrong, so I'm very sorry. A man took a series of chilling final pictures of his ex-girlfriend as they hiked together in the Alabamian countryside before he pushed her off a cliff. Lauren Bunner shot 18-year-old Jolie Callan twice. Once in the back of the head and once between the eyes, and shoved her from the top of the cliff. It had been Bunner's idea to go for the hike, and the night before, Callan messaged a friend joking, "If something happens to me, you'll know who I was with." Bunner later called the cops and said, "I want to turn myself in for the murder of my ex-girlfriend that happened just a little while ago on Chieha Mountain." Later that evening, on August 30th, 2015, police found her body, still wearing her backpack. Bunner told police he had shot her in the head as part of a slide pact before pushing her off the cliff, but he was unable to go through with taking or committing himself. A shotgun was found on him, and a large amount of blood was discovered where Callan was committed, as well as on Bunner's steering wheel. Crowds believed he had lured Callan, who still wanted to remain friends with her former boyfriend, there to commit her because she wouldn't take him back. The court heard he had bragged to cellmates about committing the 18-year-old, saying if he couldn't have her, no one else could. This man was sentenced to 52 years in prison and told to pay over $11,356 in restitution to the Alabama Crime Victims Commission. Afterwards, Callan's father, Michael, said, "She was a sweet, sweet girl. I think she's smiling today." Sydney Loof. Sydney Irene Loof was born on August 21st, 1993. In Broken Bow, Nebraska. Raised in Arcadia by her parents George W. and Susie Loof. Sydney and her family moved to Nearly around 2000. So sorry if I said that wrong. She had been working at her local Menards store while also speaking with her family about her mental health worsening. Her family helped set up an appointment with her doctor for some antidepressants, but after this interaction, none of them would know that would be the last time they would ever see Loof alive again. Loof agreed to go on a first date with Bailey Boswell on November 14, 2017. Boswell used a fake alias of Audrey. Before heading to her second date, Loof posted a Snapchat image captioned, "Ready for my date." November 16th. Loof failed to show up for work. Her mother, Susan, texted her unaware Sydney was on the date, but Sydney didn't respond. Susie then reported her daughter missing, and the next day the police paid a welfare check visit at her rental home. Sydney was not found in her home, but there was no evidence of an altercation, and her car, glasses, and purse were left behind, as well as her cat not being fed. This was when police knew Something more extreme had happened to Sydney than what was on the surface. Loof confided her date plans in several friends. Among them were Brooklyn McChrystal. After Loof went missing, McChrystal set out to find the identity of the Tinder date. She swiped left on one Tinder profile after another, until she stumbled upon the profile of Audrey, where she swiped right. She messaged Audrey, who responded by messaging back her phone number, which McChrystal provided to the authorities. Within 2 days, Saline County Police was able to pin down the Wilbur duplex as the last place where Luke's phone pinged. Police conducted a welfare check, knocking on Boswell and Trail's apartment door, but no one answered. Using the landlord's key, the police entered the apartment, but the only thing that caught their attention was the pungent smell of bleach. Boswell claimed that the dates involved her and Loof driving the car around and smoking cannabis, and that following the second date, Boswell drove Loof to a friend's home in what was Boswell's last sighting of Loof. Trail can be heard praying for Loof to be found safe soon. The FBI and other law enforcement spent 3 weeks searching for Loof before her dismembered remains were found in December 2017. Loof's body was found into 14 pieces and left in garbage bags in ditches along rural roads in southeastern Nebraska. Part of Loof's upper arm has not yet been found. 3 months later, Loof's slip and the shirt seen in her last Snapchat image were discovered. Bailey Boswell, 30, was convicted in 2020 of first-degree murder, conspiracy to commit murder, and improper disposal of human remains in the death of 24-year-old Sydney Loof. Boswell's co-defendant and boyfriend at the time of the killing, 58-year-old Aubrey Trail, was convicted of the same charges in 2019 and sentenced to death in 2021. Daylene Pua, so sorry if I said that wrong. An eerie photograph shared by a teen hiker before he vanished in Hawaii may be critical to cracking the years-long missing person case. Daylene Moke Pua, 18, set out alone to climb the ironic Haiku Stairs on the island of Oahu on February 26, 2015. I want to let you know I'm so sorry if I butchered anything wrong, so please don't come at me. I'm trying. Also known as the Stairway to Heaven, the treacherous climb up 3,922 stairs to the Ko'ulu Mountains has long been banned, but thrill seekers and social media influencers continue to ignore safety warnings to see the magnificent views. Prior to this hike, his grandmother had warned him to avoid the steep and dangerous trail, while friends also tried to dissuade the 18-year-old from going. On the day of his hike, his last public Facebook post read, "And the hike begins. #Haiku." When he did not return that evening, his grandmother reported him missing the following day on Friday, February 27th. Volunteer rescue crews rappelled 600 feet below the cliffs to where he was last seen and were unable to find him. The fire department focused on the narrow ridge with steep drops either side based on the cry for help reported by 2 hikers. Hawaii News Now reported in the days after he vanished, his family also searched far and wide, traveling to the location where his cell phone last pinged. The Haiku Stairs were installed in the mountains of Oahu by the U.S. military during World War II. Over the decades, it became a popular destination for tourists and hikers. The staircase is made up of 3,922 metal stairs and has an elevation of 3,212 feet, making for a strenuous 10.3-mile hike that takes between 8 to 10 hours to complete. In 1987, the stairs closed to the public due to safety issues. The railing and many of the stairs were loose, and there was vegetation growing in some areas that made it even more hazardous. A storm in 2015, the same year Pua disappeared, also created further destruction. In April 2024, a project to remove the stairs permanently began after hikers continued to ignore the ban, but was complicated by a lawsuit. And that person, Pua, has still not been found to this day. And that's gonna do it. This was a dark one, so I'm gonna have to cut out a lot of the words that I said, so I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. There are news reports online, so if you do want to go search for yourself, they are online. Personally, I wouldn't, but you just did. I know I just said, but it's for the video, okay? Kind of wish I never did, but we gotta do it for you guys. I know you guys love this stuff, so I'm gonna keep making them. And yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video and I earned your subscription, make sure to subscribe. And if you watched the video all the way through, thank you for the watch time. And if you actually liked the video, make sure to leave a like. I really appreciate it. Anyway, with that being said, so sorry for the dark video, but this was Photos with Disturbing Backstories, Part 2. This will be a series as well, along with the Missing 411 cases, as I love both of these very much. So, yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. And with that being said, I will catch you guys in my next video.